Hello everybody, and welcome to the Cathedral of the Most Blessed Sacrament. My name is Joe Balistreri, and I'm the Director of Music here. And I'm very happy to invite you into the other end of the cathedral, above the front doors, the choir loft. Here with our beautiful 1925 Casavan organ, which this year is celebrating 95 years in service with all of its original pipes. It continues to make beautiful music and be a very important part of the prayer and social life of this cathedral. So in today's installment, I want to show you a little bit more about how the organ stops work and how you control volume and color and the quality of the sound that comes from the instrument. So first, as we talked about in a previous video, each of the keyboards have a set of what are called stops, which are groups of pipes that when you pull a stop, so I'll play a chord up here. When I pull a stop, it brings on a sound. So I can add more sounds, and certain sounds have a different color. Some are more like flutes, etc. So you may notice there are lots and lots of stops on this instrument. When you look at everything we have, there are several dozen stops. For the organist to be playing and to have to, as you may have noticed when I played in the beginning, to be busy with your hands and feet and also have to make the instrument louder or softer or change the color would be pretty difficult without help. So in the olden days, organists used to have one or two assistants with them often, especially in a concert, and they would be pulling and pushing stops to change things. However, since the time of this instrument's installation, there's something called combination action. These are presets of stops that the organist can adjust that can be used for different things. So you might have noticed as I played this little bit of Bach's Passacaglia in C minor, I pushed with one of my fingers this little number 2 over here. And see what happened when I pushed that? A whole group of stops came out, which created sound. So, as the organist, and you also notice I pushed a button down here called cancel. Cancel removes all of the stops. So this is a very convenient way for the organist to quickly change the sound without the help of an assistant. So you'll notice I'm pushing some buttons here, down and up. There are all these different buttons here that are numbered, including similar ones for the feet. These are called toe studs down here. You'll see they bring on certain stops. You can see there are some that are set. And then these are called thumb pistons, because usually you push them with your thumb. These here, though, down and up, you see there's a little indicator that says memory that has a number. So each of these combinations I have set individually for what I need. But when I change this, it's a whole different bank of these. So there are 99 possibilities with all these different pistons. So it means that as an organist, you have an incredible variety in setting and having stops ready to go. When I play Mass here on Sunday morning, I have a setup where on number 1, these general pistons, which control all of the stops, go sequentially from soft to loud. So these ones here are called generals because they control everything. You can see they control all the different stops and tabs. These in the middle are called divisionals. So this only controls stops for this keyboard, this only controls stops for this keyboard, and this for this keyboard. Down below, we have the generals repeated, and then on this side, there are pedal divisionals. So each of these are called divisionals because they control a division or a portion of the organ. And of course, cancel takes care of everything. Let's see, a further bit then, that's one way to control dynamics and the quality and the volume of sound. But there's another really interesting way that we have called expression pedals. You may notice down in my feet, there are these pedals that I play. I get sound from these ones. But these have a different function. They're almost more like a gas pedal in a car. So each of these shoes, for the two keyboards, this is the choir keyboard, the choir division over here, and the swell division up here. These two sets of pipes, are enclosed in thick wooden boxes up to my left. And on those wooden boxes are wooden louvers, perhaps we'll show you in another video, that open and close depending on the position of these pedals. So I'll give you a demonstration of how this works. This one is for the top keyboard, the swell. Right now, it's all the way closed. So those about 2.5 inch, maybe 3 foot thick, or not 3 foot, 3 inch thick wooden shades are closed. When I add some stops, so let's put them all on. Not too loud, right? But watch my foot. Really controls the volume. Let's remove some stops, make it a little softer. You'll hear even when it's soft, it really has a wonderful effect. You can hear an incredible variety of dynamic in this. So all of this beautiful sound has to come from somewhere. And the organ, when you look at pipes, you wonder, how does the sound come out of the pipe? What's causing all of that sound? Well, behind every instrument, the organ is a wind instrument. So there is always some sort of power that moves the sound. And in this case, we have an incredible 95-year-old blower, 8 horsepower, that powers almost like a giant accordion system. It's really kind of cool. Let's go take a look. So this is where all the magic starts. This right here is an 8 horsepower AC motor from 1925. It's very old school. You might notice down below there's oil, and there are heavy duty motor oil bottles. We have to oil the bearings in it, and we have to maintain it like an old industrial motor. So this beautiful motor powers inside this box. There's an old wooden fan, and the fan in there, it's a cylinder fan. So it spins and it pulls air in from under here, and it takes it through all these tubes into these accordion-like boxes. I'm not sure why it says no smoking, but that's been there for many, many years. And then from here, the air goes down through the floor or up through the ceiling into the organ. And then underneath each pipe, there's a little pneumatic valve, a little magnet that pulls down a leather pouch. And when that pouch is open, all of this air can rush through into the pipe. And that's what creates the sound. It's pretty cool. So we just took a look at the heart of the organ that pumps all the air through it. Now I want to show you a little bit of the brains. So this is certainly not original to 1925. In 2002 and 2003, when the cathedral was under renovation, the original pneumatic and magnetic control system of the organ, which took up a whole big wall, was replaced with this system, this computer system. So when I play a note at the console on a keyboard, one of these wires has a signal that goes through, and that causes these wires to send signal to open the valve underneath each pipe and play the note. So we saw the heart, now we have the brains. And let's head back. So thanks for coming and enjoying another installment of our series explaining all of the treasures in symbol and also in art, and in this case, instrument, machinery, here in our beautiful cathedral. If you want to hear this organ in action and experience our beautiful music program and our lively ministries of all sorts, I invite you to visit cathedral.aod.org, where you can find out our mass schedule, our series of concerts, including a number of different online opportunities. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again sometime soon.